Hi, there's Life Prep here, and what I'm doing is my shtf Nature Harvest Garden. This here, you remember I did a video before about bloodroot. So this is going to be my harvest garden. What I've done, I've went out here and I've dug up everything, and I've harvested this amount of roots. Like so many plants, a lot of the seeds don't make it. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to make more bloodroot to harvest by breaking these up into sections here. So I've got 2 roots. What happens is the roots will clump together, and then they will not do swell. So what I'm simply doing is making my nature garden out here, where I have spent a great deal of time of digging. So next year, these roots will grow. They'll be I can harvest them for next year. They'll be twice the size. They will produce flowers, and some of the seeds will make it to the ground, some won't. Now I've got some at home I've got for the purpose of the flowers. So like this in here, on this root here. So I've made 2 starting plants here. Now the important thing about creating your nature harvest garden is the location. These bloodroot here has to have partial shade. They need to be close to a riverbank or something. They need to be kind of type of soil, what this is. Like this one here is a root that I harvest. I'm going to get 1, 2, I've got 3 out of this. So hopefully next year I'll catch the flowers early enough. What you do with the flowers, when it gets ready to seed, you take a little, like a net over it, like a real like the curtains or a mesh net, and then you tie like a screen around it over the seeds. Because what happens is when the seeds pops out, they scatter. So many of the seeds won't germinate because the animals eat some of them, and then plus if they lay on leaves, they won't germinate. So you're catching seeds, and you can take the seeds and plant them, and in 2 years they'll be ready to harvest. So creating your own nature, your SHT Nature Harvest Garden is important for you to know where it's at. Me breaking these up, I've got 3 roots here.
So in other words, it's kind of like a potato.
Well, this one here is...
Well, what I mean is that you can pretty much break a potato up pretty much the same way and plant it.
With eyes and everything on it.
Yeah.
So many of the plants, like next year I'll do false Solomon from the fruit seeds. I'll probably get me some wild ginger and transplant some of them at home today, so I could have them for harvesting. As well as I know where they grow out here, and what I can break the roots up on them now and transplant them and have twice as many wild ginger plants as I would this year by doing all this. So next year, instead of just having a few plants from this pile here where they're already lumping together, I will have probably 40 plants started compared to a handful of plants that would have started because they kept branching off the root as the root gets bigger and bigger. So think about your shtf Nature Harvest Garden. Don't over harvest. Create your gardens where you know where it's at. Most people don't even realize what this is. Most people don't know anything about nature.
You can overplant, but don't overpick it.
Definitely don't overpick it. That's why I'm doing this with the bloodroot. You can make bloodroot mouthwash with this. You can use it for toothpaste. You can make your black saff with it.
Sorry, it was like when you were talking about last time about the blood roots and how that they use war paint and everything, using that as like a toothpaste and everything. It's like you're in your Red Wings. You got like blood in your mouth and everything.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, it's got a combination of uses. But again, this one here, just like many of the herbs, you can overproduce yourself with it. You got to be careful when you do this. This here, like I say, next year I will have more bloodroot growing, and then the following fall I will do this again, and I'll keep spreading it out through this area here until I have 10 times the amount of plants than what I would have by transferring these roots and not wasting them and over harvesting them. I probably got 30 of them planted at home, and next year I could take and break the roots in 2 and create 60 to 90 plants by doing that. So you've got to be responsible when you're harvesting your plants. You've got to come out from time to time, and maybe you want to put a little fertilizer over here. Maybe you want to put a little lime on some of the plants. Right here, out of this here, one root. I have got 3 now. So next year, I'll have 3 plants coming up. And you don't have to really plant them real deep because the roots are not very deep. You can see the texture of this soil here in the planting on my roots here. And matter of fact, look here what I just did. This here is a bloodroot that I overlooked. So there is 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. So think about your shtf nature harvest garden for the purpose of medicines. This here is known for cancer treatments. It's known for cancer. It's known for other things. So think about your plants. Look here, I'm finding even more of the small ones that's coming out from where I have dug up in this area. So this is live prepper. Do this. Start out with 1, whatever. Know where your areas are. You can go to other parts and other areas that you know that's not going to be mowed down or whatever. Create you 2 or 3 different locations. It's important to know where these are, to have them close within an area where you can walk within a 5 to 10 miles to your harvest site in a shtf situation. Because this here can mean a lot of difference whether you're going to get rid of cancer and other things and treating yourself when there's no more stores or anything to go to. So I want all you to be safe, be happy. I would do a kiss thing, but I'm a bit dirty. So till next time.